Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another convergent-fying cohesivification of Great Scott. I am Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So, DC Comics has announced their latest event, their latest thing you must read, their latest crisis-type proportional story, and it's called Convergence. And it looks like Brainiac is at the center of it all, which is awesome, because I love a good Brainiac story, because as I said a few weeks ago, if a Superman villain or a Superman periphery character is involved, then I consider it a Superman story, even if Superman's not at the heart of it. And it looks like, looking at this picture, that Superman's either not included at all or not particularly important in the story, as is going on with Future's End, I guess, and then you're going to have World's End, you're going to have Earth 2, World's End going on, which is going to then lead into this convergence. And it sounds like that kind of seems to indicate that multiple universes that we saw at the end of the Doomed saga in the Superman books, that when Superman took Brainiac into the black hole and took him away to trap him or whatever, Brainiac awoke and was confused by this multiple universe idea, and we saw these strange pictures of the heroes in different costumes and from different timelines, different universes. And people have been saying for years, since the start of the New 52, that why couldn't they just keep the old 52 going and make this like a Marvel Ultimate line where they change some of the origins and they change some of the characters and they started over from the beginning? Which is kind of what they did with the New 52, only we've been left in the dust as far as what we were enjoying about our favorite characters pre-launch of the New 52. It isn't just all red undies gone. There are whole characters missing. Donna Troy hasn't even been mentioned. People are upset about that. I've never met a specific Donna Troy fan, but I guess if you were a big fan of one particular character and they're just gone, I guess there are other characters that are gone, Ted Kord. But we do see in the picture here, this looks like Blue Beetle going on here, and maybe they're trying to keep it a little bit mysterious, a little bit hidden, or they're trying to give you a little hint as to what it's going to be. Looks like maybe Clark Kent is down here, and I don't know how well you can see this, and it looks like maybe Lex Luthor is next to him. And then we have, of course, the evil version of the Justice League, the Society of Villains, or whatever they're called, the crime syndicate, with Ultraman and Lois as Superwoman, and you got the old Flash with Jay Garrick, and you got the old Green Lantern, and over here you got Parallax and Hook on his hand, Aquaman. So there's a lot of different versions of characters, and many other characters in here that I don't even know, but I guess the idea being that these multiple universes are going to converge somehow, and does that then mean that we're going to end up with combined versions of where we are now in the New 52 and maybe some of what we liked about previous versions, or maybe we're going to actually see some fans get what they wanted in that we're going to revisit and maybe get to hold on to some of what was great about DC Comics and the DC Universe before the New 52 launched. I don't know. That's what it... that's what it seems like might be happening. So it could be something to get really excited about. It could just be another, I'm sure it's another money-grabbing event. That's what they do. But in their defense, comics don't make that much money. Comic book-based properties make tons of money. Comic books themselves don't sell all that well. And I wonder if this type of convergence, if they do go back to the old way, if it's because they did notice an uptake in sales at the beginning of the New 52, but then as time went on, it got lesser and lesser. A lot of the older fans that loved it before the New 52 tried it out, left it. A lot of them didn't try it because they heard what it was going to be. Things like Lois and Clark not being married really miffed a lot of people. And that's just in the Superman books. There are tons of other characters and tons of other books, and I'm sure they've all been changed in those type of ways that can tend to annoy longtime fans. But, as I've said on many other episodes, every 5, 10 years or so, and sometimes even in those in between years, they change major things that you thought you knew into something else. Comics is an ever-changing medium, and the characters do change on a regular basis. But this big, huge revamp and starting at 0 when all these books were getting to issue 950 and all that was a little disheartening to a lot of readers. So I wonder if this is an attempt to possibly rectify that, while at the same time maybe selling some books and getting people's hopes up that that might be what they're going to do. I'm interested to see where it goes. I do love a Brainiac story, and I guess there's going to be another big bad at the center of it, this character that Brainiac creates and leaves on one of his created worlds when he's traveling not only between universes, but time periods and throughout the multiverse. He's not just taking worlds from the universe we're in, but he's going into, we're finding out through this story that Brainiac is going around collecting worlds from multiple universes and multiple time periods. So it could be a very interesting story, and as I said, I like to see one of Superman's big bad rogues gallery villains being the major cause of a major event in the entirety of the DC universe and not just plaguing Superman. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky. Or don't, if you think it's too bright.